today, boy. Hold up. I'm gonna let y'all look at that screen, at that. I hope y'all reading y'all screens. I hope y'all seeing that like how I'm seeing that. This is the first time in my... Wait, hold on. Oh, my stream deck completely crashed. Hold on. Cause I need it. I need it. There we go. Put that on my main screen. Breaking news, y'all. Breaking news. Splitgate 2 flopped so hard. That nigga took the shit out of being a full release and put it back in the drafts. This is the first time I ever seen a nigga unrelease a fucking video game. This nigga took down the video game and put that bitch in beta like it was a post. I've never seen no shit like this ever in my life. Nigga said, hey dog, go ahead, do me a favor and unrelease that shit. And he really did it. I have never in my life seen a game go from full release to beta. It's supposed to go from beta to full release. This nigga got the game all fucked up. This what happens when you put stupid shit in the forefront of your business. This what you get for putting the cart before the horse with that stupid ass fucking hat, bro. Let me find a picture of it. Let me find a picture of it. We gotta make fun of how stupid this nigga is for that hat. No. There we go. Where is it? Open image in new tab. There we go. You wanted to walk on stage and be funny wearing this hat, right? You wanted to be funny. You wanted to make people laugh. You wanted to make people laugh. I like making people laugh too. Everybody, let's laugh. Splitgate got unreleased because this nigga wanted to be edgy. Come on, everybody. Hold on, laugh with me. Oh, wait, y'all can't hear the laughs. Y'all can't hear it. Y'all can't hear it. Wait, hold on. Everybody, laugh with me. You wanted something to laugh at? Here it is. Here it is. This shit is hilarious. Now, jokes aside, clip farming and all that other shit aside, this is low-key a sad thing as well because, like, imagine you're somebody just trying to get a paycheck. You're somebody just trying to work on a game that's cool, creative, fun, different, beautiful, vibrant game. Because I want to emphasize that Splitgate 2 is not a bad game. The leader of the game is a fucking idiot and came up with the dumbest marketing scheme possible. Imagine you just trying to make sure your kid got some SpaghettiOs at night and you gotta see a nigga go on stage. Hold on. Imagine you trying to feed your kid SpaghettiOs tonight and the CEO of the company you work at goes on stage wearing this goofy shit. Imagine, bro. I'd be pissed. Imagine all the people that gotta lose their jobs because this nigga's a fucking dickhead. And then on top of that, imagine people who are fans of the first game that just want to play a cool, fun, vibrant game. But because the CEO want to make a MAGA, make America great again, make FPS great again, jokes, the shit gets shut down. You was just enjoying the game and it gets shut down because now they don't have the manpower because they can't afford to keep them there to keep the game servers up and running and make sure quality of life features are coming to the game. will be heads down until early next year, rebuilding major parts of the game to capture the spirit of what made Splitgate special. You know what's the problem with that philosophy? The game isn't the problem, nigga. Splitgate 2 is a good game. You're the problem. Life advice, y'all. Life advice, y'all. As a grown man, everything you say will be put under a 2 times scope, like a 2-time lens, right? So you could say something that's not really that problematic and people will blow it up and blow it out of proportion. So imagine what happens when you actually say something problematic. Niggas is gonna lose their mind. They're gonna flip their shit. That's what happened. When your goal is to just be somebody making money, somebody just chilling, you shut the fuck up and mind your business. This is why you shut the fuck up. And I'm not saying you can't do something that's outside the box, outside the barriers of normalcy, but don't be a fucking dickhead, because he's a leader at the end of the day. He's a leader. He led this company into failure. Now, the first time Splitgate failed, that wasn't on him. That wasn't on him. The game just ran its course. That's fine. They said we're gonna sit in a booth, we're gonna cook up and come out with Splitgate 2. They cooked up, they came out with Splitgate 2, game was fired. This nigga couldn't stop saying stupid shit. He just couldn't resist the fucking urge. One of the best life skills you can teach yourself is to shut the fuck up, because that life skill will benefit you everywhere you go. If you're somebody who's a crime committer, shut the fuck up. Don't give the police any evidence or anything to make it easier to convict you. Shut the fuck up. You want to get a female? Shut the fuck up. You want people to feel safe coming to talk to you, coming to open up to you? Shut the fuck up. And shut the fuck up doesn't mean don't talk ever. That means only say what needs to be said, what should be said. He went around saying a bunch of shit that didn't need to be said, that shouldn't be said, and he caught the penalty for it. Like, he's in an abandoned house right now where niggas is asking where the tape at because they want to shove a pool stick all up in his ass. That's what's going on right now. They're pool sticking this nigga, bruh. He's fucked, in case you didn't get what I was trying to say. The founder said in a post to the game's Reddit community, that means reworking progression from the ground up, adding more portals to... That's not, again, I don't need to read that part of the quote, because the gameplay isn't the fucking problem. Not only will the sequel go back into development, but 1047 Games is also cutting a fuck ton of jobs, and that's after it already laid off some team members shortly after its release. So this game, I wouldn't say had a super successful, but had a successful launch, had a successful release. We're released and it got a decent amount of people playing the game, decent amount of people on the game talking about the game. But the game came out, and he didn't just let the game speak for itself. He tried to speak for the game and say a bunch of shit that didn't need to be said, and ended up saying some shit that nobody wanted to fucking hear. The company said it will shut down servers for the original Splitgate in order to reduce expenses and keep more of its team members employed. You know what would have prevented that? There's somebody watching this right now that doesn't understand what the fuck I just did, but let it sit with you for a second. Let it cook. 1047 Games has been brutalized in the public eye after founder, that nigga's name, appeared at SGF wearing a hat that read "Make FPS Great Again," which infuriated many of the original Splitgate's players. After the initial stance posted to the studio's account on Splitgate's release date that he was both not here to apologize and the hat was not a political statement, he finally landed on the line that was basically a publicity stunt. And you know what's the thing about stunts? You always, when you do a stunt, on one hand, you could end up looking cool, you could land a stunt and you could slow walk like you oral farming, or you could land on your neck and break your fucking spine. That nigga's in the hospital with the fucking doctors putting staples and banging the hammers and nails like Iron Man in the Iron Man TV show intro. banging hammers and nails in his back, trying to make it so that he'll be able to walk again. Because right now, this nigga is metaphorically in a fucking wheelchair because he couldn't keep his mouth shut. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? The only thing you had to do was shut the fuck up. You had a good game on your hands. You had a hit. You had a fucking banger. But you made it uncool to play your game. Now nobody wants to be caught alive or dead playing your fucking game. It's ghosts in heaven like we don't want to play that shit. Because your stupid ass open your mouth about some dumbass make FPS great again. And like they said, that's not the only thing he said. But the moral is, shut the fuck up, bro. Continuing on, this one, I kind of want to scroll through it and see what's going on. Actually, before we talk about that, let's talk about this. Because that one I feel like maybe a little bit of a slower paced article. This one I feel like I could get through quicker. So apparently, because I know it's hard to see on the screen, but the headline says, increasingly selective consumers to blame for underperformance of Blades of Fire. So apparently, if your game flops, it's not because maybe you didn't market your game enough. It's not because maybe you just, I don't know, didn't make an amazing game. It's not because, I don't know, the economy's fucked up right now and people have limited money. And what do I keep saying? Whenever people's funds start to get low, what's the first thing to go? Luxury. So playing video games is not that fucking important. You can live without playing video games. You don't need to buy a new game. You don't need to buy another pack of VC. When it comes to luxury, you may have a fucking luxury car. You might have to go trade that car in, get yourself a regular ass SUV. You may have two cars. You may need to give up one car and just keep one. Because you can't afford to keep two cars. Having two cars is a luxury when one car works just fucking fine. Luxury, entertainment, that's always the first thing to go. That being said, you're considered luxury. And before this article, I didn't know about this game. So the first thing I'm hearing about this game is bad. But let's keep reading. I don't give a fuck about all this other flavored text. I just want to read this quote. The group's new video game, Blades of Fire, which was released on the 22nd of May for consoles and as a PC exclusive on the EGS, underperformed the group's expectations. Well, yeah, you put it on the Epic Game Store exclusively. You already limited the player base from day one, because when you put a game on EGS and not on Steam, you're putting it on the less popular platform. There's a lot of people who use Steam who fucking despise EGS and would never download it. So if you're not putting it on a service that's a popularity level, or your game is not a popularity level to where people will exclusively download EGS to play your shit, putting your game on EGS exclusively is a death sentence. And I'm saying this as somebody who enjoys the Epic Game Store over Steam. So if I am somebody who's biased towards Epic is able to tell you, hey bruh, that was a dumbass decision, maybe you're just a fucking idiot. But which was released May 22nd, blah, 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 blah. This confirms that challenges faced by most industry peers and competitors in attracting consumers to new titles, particularly when these are not backed by an established brand driven loyalty, blah 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 blah. You know what's another piece of this y'all have to consider? People who play games on Steam are way more open-minded than people who play games on console. People who play games on console, they most likely are the people to play the Maddens, the Mortal Kombats, the 2Ks, the games that have been around for fucking ever, that are just keep re-releasing and repeating and regurgitating the same fucking thing over and over and over. People who are the most likely to buy a new game from an unknown IP are PC. Look at Ready or Not. Ready or Not is not part of a pre-established sequel or anything like that. Like, yeah, it is a gun game, but it's an atypically designed game. You know where that game blew up on? Where that game got popular on? PC. Then it came to console. So you putting your game as basically a console exclusive, because the amount of people that use EGS compared to the amount of people that use Steam, you're just fucking stupid, my nigga. Like, it's not the market's fault. It's your fault for being stupid, my nigga. You fought a losing battle and you lost, and you're saying it's your fault you lost. No, nigga, it's your fault. Take accountability. Take that shit on the hop, pussy. A new federal rule, blah blah blah. Oh yeah. Democrats already introduced legislation earlier this month to codify. Oh yeah, I remember last time I talked about this. Basically, the way they wrote up the rule, there was a technicality in it that made it so that the judge couldn't pass it even though they wanted to. So they basically said, rewrite the shit properly and bring it back. And law codification is a process of collecting and restating a law of a jurisdiction in certain areas, usually by subject, forming a legal code, i.e. codex of law. Codification is the one of defining features of the most blah blah blah. Okay, so yeah, basically this is confirming what I said. Like I said, the last time they brought the law up to like judges and whatnot, it was basically a case of, hey bro, you did this shit wrong, go back and redo it. Which would require subscription services to cancel as easily as they signed up through congressional vote. Now, starter since is over, but now a group of lawmakers are also pressuring Republican FTC chair Andrew blah 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 to reinstate it. 7 Democrats led by appealed to the chair in a letter shared exclusively with The Verge, urging him to revise the rule so that it can take effect. Putting this common sense consumer protection in place is vital to foster competition, innovation, and fairness. Heavy on the fairness, because it's not fair that you sign up, you're signed up, but to sign out, you gotta call the company, give them a blood sacrifice, give them your 5th born child, and you must have 5 children and specifically give up your 5th born, or they're gonna send you to hell and put you in a fucking coffin and sink you to the bottom of the ocean. Like, nah, bruh, it shouldn't be that goddamn complicated to end a subscription. Wrote the lawmakers, the click to cancel or negative option rule would have barred companies from throwing up roadblocks and ending memberships and subscriptions and stuff like that. It's not yet clear whether either path towards restoring it will be fruitful, given that passing bills in a deeply divided legislature is a tall task. And Ferguson, alongside blah blah blah, it shows that they believe it to be a politically winning consumer protection issue, a position some Republicans might also come around to. And I thought I might have some in-depth thoughts on this, but I feel like this is a little bit out of my realm, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up on this one. I'm a bunny hop, take this one on a hop, and we're gonna open up and talk about our FGC shit next.